Hey guys, how you doing today? So we have another coolant leak on our 2019 BMW X3. I've done multiple videos on replacing different parts of this cooling system, and this was the very first thing that I replaced. This was a little over a year ago, and my wife said that her low coolant light came on, so I came out to take a look. I saw the blue crusted up antifreeze all over the this water neck right here. And when I just barely touched this, it snapped off. So other than just replacing this again with the same thing, I happened to find this piece. This is aluminum. Comes with the O-ring. Comes with a high-temp rubber hose. And it looks like, just by holding it up there, it looks like it's going to be a pretty easy and hopefully the last time I have to replace this. Now the rest of this line right here is aluminum. So let me show you what this line looks like, because I actually ordered one of these too, just in case I wasn't happy with this. But let me show you what a new line here looks like, and we'll compare it to this. Okay, so this is a new line. You can see that from this piece here, you got your plastic fitting, rubber hose, and then from this point all the way down to this, it's all metal. These typically don't leak, although you got to be careful with this right here, because once this is bolted in, if you tweak it much, you run the possibility of it leaking at this O-ring, but the line itself would be fine. Whenever I replace this, I actually say what size O-ring this is. So if you ever want to replace just the O-ring, I can't remember, I don't have it on the top of my head the exact size, but I've got it in that other video. But this right here looks like that it will be, once you are going to have to use a Dremel and cut this off, this crimped fitting, but once that's cut off, it looks like that we'll be able to put this on. And I am not going to use this style hose clamp. I'm going to use a cinch clamp like this here. I don't really care for these hose clamps. They cut into the hose, and you don't know exactly how tight you're getting it. But anyway, so I've got this on standby just in case I need it. Let me get the camera set up and we're going to get after this. So the first thing I did is I took this little muffler out, and all there is you can actually pop it out of this rubber grommet. I took the bolt out. You got a screw here, and then you got a clamp right here. I chose to put a rag in here. I just want to make sure I don't drop anything down there. That is the inlet to the turbo. So I'm going to lay this off to the side. And it opens this up. You might be able to do that. You need to take that out. Okay, so for the first thing, we're just going to pull this little clip up and see about getting this off. Now we got to cut this flange right here. The easiest way to do that, I think, is going to be to use this Dremel. Find out an angle to get on this. You don't want to cut all the way through to where you damage the line. Just cut deep enough to go through the metal. Battery's almost dead. Okay, so that side's cut through. You want to do it on two sides, like pretty much 180 apart from each other. I think I'm almost there. Yeah. Okay. So once you get it halfway through on both sides, you should be able to start spreading that apart. And there we go. Now this, I'll take some So that's basically what you're going to need to do. Dremel, Dremel. Be real careful. Dremel all the way through that, and then you'll get it off there. All right, guys. I got my cinch clamp on here. Get a little antifreeze, put in here for the O-ring. Just to make it a little easier to slip on. Maybe a little bit right there. A little bit in here. And let's see, I guess I'll go, let's go on with this first. I'm going to support the line. I just don't want to tweak the line any more than I have to. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, you know what? I took that clip off. Let me put the clip back on. You do not need to take this clip off. Make sure it's pushed all the way down. And then when you snap it on, it should snap. Pull on it to make sure it won't pull off. Now, if you're using the worm clamp that this came with, all you gotta do is tighten it up. I'm using this cinch clamp, which takes a special set of pliers. This cinch clamp kit that I bought came with these, which work fine. I already had this style, which works even better. So I'm just going to come in here, make sure that clamp is positioned about where I need it. Give it a little clamp, and we're done. Going to put this muffler back in and pull a vacuum on the cooling system, fill it back up, check it for leaks, make sure everything's good. I couldn't remember if this wire went underneath or above it, but either way I think it'll be fine. Anyway, upgraded aluminum turbo return line. All right, guys, so I've got my cooling system test set. I've got it all hooked up here. I've already got the vacuum pulled on it. It's been about 10 minutes, holding solid. Got the hose stuck in the 50-50 mix of coolant and distilled water. So now whenever I crack this valve here, we're going to see coolant be drawn out of this jug into the cooling system. Hopefully you can hear that. Now be ready to shut this off, because once it starts getting to the bottom of the jug, it's going to start sucking air, and you don't want it to suck any more air than possible. Okay, I'm going to shut that off. Jug is pretty much empty. Let me get my other jug. All right, guys, so I got my other jug. I'm going to finish it off. I can see the level starting to come up. I don't know if you can see it down there with the glare, the sun starting to interfere. The nice thing about doing it this way, other than it being BMW's recommended way to fill the cooling system on these, is whenever you lock off the vacuum, as long as it holds, you know before you even put coolant in it that it's going to be good, that's going to be tight. That's about where it needs to be right there. So I'm going to start it up, let it get completely warm, make sure that there's nothing dripping out of the bottom, and we're going to be good with this. Anyway, upgraded turbo coolant return hose for BMW. You guys take care. All right, guys, so we just got back from a 700-mile trip. We went to Oklahoma, spent a couple days, and we came back. And our coolant is still completely full. And our aluminum upgraded hose fitting is dry, leak-free. But if you're thinking about upgrading to this aluminum coolant return line for the turbo on these BMWs, I think it's a good idea. You're not going to have to worry about that plastic piece cracking anymore. You guys take care.